Okay, so let me start this discussion. So Michael, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to talk to you. I must welcome you first.
Well, thank you for having me today. I really appreciate it.
Okay, so let me tell you something about you to my audiences. So Michael is the general manager of Neverfail, an innovative provider of continuous availability solutions for Windows based in Austin, Texas, USA. Neverfail has been in business providing this type of solution since the late 90s, and today Neverfail has tens of thousands of customers worldwide with an impressive list of OEM partners like Mitel, OpenText, Progress Software, Salto, Milestone, and many others. So Michael, again, I'm thanking you, and I'll just start the discussion with you.
Well, I'm glad to be here with you today. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to a really nice discussion.
Yeah, so the name of the company is Neverfail. So tell me something, a brief journey about Neverfail Group.
Yeah, sure. So we started as a consultancy back in the 90s, as you mentioned, but we focused in on business continuity plans, so the BCDR plans, and we recommended technologies that help our customers to minimize downtime, that, typical types of, issues that came along, such as like natural disasters and human disasters and, hardware failures, things like that. What we saw in this experience was that there were gaps in the level of protection that mainstream clustering and data protection software, that they didn't even consider these things. So some of these were very significant gaps that our customers couldn't proactively detect. So it was, like things like, applications and, operating system failures or performance problems that led to downtime and network interruptions and some types of human errors. These presented a very large percentage of actual failures that led to downtime. So our founders decided to build a technology that was truly application aware and could detect these types of issues and fill in these gaps, if you will, along with addressing the traditional issues like hardware failure. The goal of this was to get customers to close to very, near to zero RTOs, without the huge cost of active-active solutions that were, only protecting hardware, really. So once you get under a 30-second recovery, typically that cost goes up exponentially. So mid-tier and small businesses just really can't afford that level of protection. So we offer a world-class protection technology at a price that is affordable for SMB and SME customers. So in recent times, though, we found that our customers have told us that they were experiencing downtime to other operational type of issues like patching and backup windows going into production hours, and which creates performance issues on production servers. And recovery from ransomware, which typically takes days, if not weeks or more, and migrating systems between data centers, which can create considerable amount of downtime, especially for mission critical applications.
Great. So, it has a lot of importance what solution you are providing in these current scenario, and in any scenario, because when the IT industry has started, so this is a very important solution which you are offering to your customers. So Michael, moving to my next part of my queries, that is about how do you look at companies' growth in India, because as a India market is growing, so what sort of opportunities do you see here?
Yeah, that's a great question. As you know, we're living in pretty challenging times, right? And we're seeing wars and pandemics, and climate change is making massive swings in weather conditions. We see typhoons and wildfires and heat waves all around the planet, catastrophic flooding. But we're seeing also things like civil unrest, earthquakes, and there's just so many different things that a lot of our customers are suffering. But, so gone are the days really where we would just think that, a disaster is just a hardware failure. Continuity Engine has always provided amazing protection for these types of events. So, one of the biggest threats that we see around the world that really doesn't get a lot of media attention is ransomware. However, I did a recent article. I read one that it was a 2022 report from Sophos that said 78% of Indian organizations suffer, from ransomware attacks in 2021. So that's really extremely concerning really for any country. But it's, we see that there's been a growth of this since 2000, up 68%. So if it's almost inevitable that ransomware will happen in any organization, the question is, how do you get an off-ramp when these things happen, and so that you're not held, hostage to these cyber criminals? With our unique solution, our unique technology and architecture, years of proven Windows recoverability, recovery is really a second thought when it comes to ransomware events. Recovery happens in just a few minutes, not days and weeks. This is where we see a very large opportunity with Continuity Engine in the Indian market. Once our prospects see that they get HA, DR, quick ransomware recovery, and streamlined patching included, it's really a no-brainer. The value is there with our product.
Yeah, perfectly. Means it's not a case in India also. All the major market are being suffering from especially in last 2 years we have seen a lot of increase in such cases and such incidents. So thanks for sharing some data in this query. So moving to my next part of queries, Michael, I'd like to know about which are the key factors that you really consider as a key growth enabler for you in the market.
Yeah, it's we're growing dynamically, and really what we've been doing is focusing on 4 short-term areas. The first of which is expanding Neverfail brand in India. So we are very supportive of our distribution partners like Round Robin and others, and their resellers, right? So they have to, if they don't have the things that they need, of course, it's going to be a struggle for them to be able to sell in this market. So the other tools that we're bringing to bear here is an increase in social media efforts. So we are starting a large Google AdWords campaign in India that will focus in on this ransomware risk that a lot of companies are experiencing, so we can get our message to the masses. Our distribution partners are doing very similar type of social media campaigns. Education and training of our resellers is absolutely critical. We've been rolling out our extensive program with incentives to bring us opportunities. And the more people who understand Continuity Engine, the more they will bring us into customer opportunities. So we feel like working with our partners, getting them their channel trained is really the critical piece of this. And then finally is, we have to have a robust set of educational webinars that kind of focus in on the pains that our prospects in India are experiencing. We want to bring it to them real world, right? And how Continuity Engine can address secure continuous operations of their IT infrastructure. So, longer term, we will probably join, Round Robin in major trade shows and media events when the time is appropriate. But we feel short term, those are the 4 areas that we want to focus on. Yeah, Michael, it's very important to have, the 360-degree approach about, to have it's not about marketing, it's about, awareness, which is more important. And that's why I think this chat will also help to have some sort of awareness among Indian audiences, so that they can be aware about certain solutions are available. You can talk to them and you can deploy that. So moving to my next part, Michael, I would like to know more about, because how do you see how do you help organization through Neverfail Continuity Engine for staying ahead of any kind of downtime and keep the work process seamless? So can you brief about the entire mechanism? Yeah, I think this is kind of the focus of the core of what our value is. And there are actually 4 areas in which we help reduce the risk of downtime. So this focuses on what we call, and I think I just mentioned this a couple minutes ago, secure, continuous operations of IT infrastructure. So of course, continuous availability was what we started with. This is the traditional application-aware business continuity disaster recovery solution that we pioneered over 20 years ago, which is designed to reduce downtime, from machines and natural disasters, catastrophic events. But it provides HA, DR, and tertiary deployments with recovery in 30 to 90 seconds anywhere in the world. So that is our primary use case. But like I said, in the last few years, we've seen an uptick in different types of areas that we can actually help our customers with. The first is what we call sustained operational uptime. This reduces downtime risk due to security patches and backups falling into production hours. This really keeps applications and users connected and their downtimes to 30 to 90 seconds, regardless of how long it takes to run patch cycles, which is really, really nice and helps you to get to those 5 nines of availability. The third area is what we call ransomware or effortless ransomware recovery. Nobody can really stop ransomware proliferation as it seems, but what we can do is give you that off-ramp, if you will, right? So our customers can recover from ransomware in minutes, not days or weeks, in just a couple clicks of a button, which is amazing. And we actually had a customer in Toronto that went through this type of scenario and used Continuity Engine to quickly recover from a major ransomware attack. Customers don't have to be held hostage from their own data anymore, which is amazing, right? So that is really the value of using Continuity Engine for effortless ransomware recovery. And then the final area is what we call transparent data migration. So imagine being able to migrate workloads between geographically dispersed sites, in 30 to 90 seconds, of downtime and with zero data loss, completely transparent to the end users. They just see the system go down and 30 to 90 seconds later, it's running in a completely different data center, which is beautiful. And so these are the 4 major areas that our technology serves, and we can assist our customers and add value.
Yeah. So it seems really complex, but I'm sure that the kind of mechanism and the kind of ecosystem you provide to the system will definitely save them from any further losses. Mm-hmm. Okay. So moving to my next part of query, that is about you might be have a lot of solutions which you are selling, which you are offering under this organization. So what all solutions do you offer to Indian customers, and how do these solutions protect the mission critical applications? So Indian point of view, that you can share that what all solutions you have, either you are selling the entire solution which you are selling to other countries, or you have some specific solutions to Indian market.
Yeah, so for 20 years, we've sold one thing and one thing only: business continuity, disaster recovery, continuous availability for Windows IT systems. And so our value was bringing all of these different approaches into one package. So the value of our software is that you get all 4 of these critical features that we just talked about in one box. You don't have to pay for these as separate items. And so the software isn't for every application. If you can wait hours, days, or weeks for recovery, then probably Continuity Engine isn't a good fit for the cost. However, and we don't really protect, we don't really do everything in business continuity. So if, we are not a backup software, but we have data protection capabilities. We're not a basic failover technology, though we provide hardware redundancy. Continuity Engine is truly intelligent application-aware failover that reduces the risk of downtime in ways other technologies can't and probably never will. This makes us a very unique solution for our customers. We protect the most critical applications as we define as systems that ensure what we call business continuance. These are applications that are, if they are down, you're basically out of business. It's a huge impact to the business, both revenue or, for maybe in the medical business, it could be people's lives. We have customers that are using this to protect emergency management technologies that allow you to, call for medical or fire or police services. Those are extremely critical applications. So, our customers get more value from us when it comes to protecting mission critical applications. So we bring enterprise level protection to SMB and SME businesses that is exponentially lower in cost than spending millions on high redundancy storage and complicated virtual machine infrastructure, expensive clustering, complex networking, and yet even when they spend this kind of money, they still suffer from downtime from these gaps that we've just talked about, right? These are, application problems, service failures, networking. So we can provide a higher level of protection for less.
Yes. So it's not a, it's not a kind of, as per my understanding, it's not something which you just need to buy it, but you'll have to follow, you'll have to create a, this kind of, hierarchy or kind of ecosystem where you can have a safety of business and you are there for any kind of such disasters, and you will protect that, the data and the entire IT system. It's really interesting.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, and for mission critical applications, that's the stuff that keeps the business moving.
Yeah, especially in today's scenario when, cyber threats and cyber criminals are more advanced than us, and they learn very quickly than us.
Yes, exactly. And there's so many different scenarios, and it can that can cause downtime. And even just in the last few years, we've just seen other new use cases that we are continuously addressing, and we will continue to keep our ear on the ground. If there's other threats that come up, we will respond to those, and Continuity Engine will be there for our customers to provide that additional value.
Yeah, the name describes this, Continuity Engine.
Yes.
So that's really nice.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. So moving to my next part of query, it's about your distribution infrastructure, because you have started and you have appointed Round Robin as one of the key partner for this market. So how do you see that Round Robin Tech Services helping you to stay ahead in the competitive market environment in India?
Yeah, so we do have worldwide distribution on every continent. Round Robin in particular is an amazing team to work with. Since they came on board with us with selling Continuity Engine, they have embraced the technology, learned how to position and sell it, and enabled their channel and their technical teams to do the same. That's, as I mentioned earlier, that's kind of critical, right? So our goal is to help our distributors to be able to sell and support their resellers. And that's really what we do. So we have exceptional training programs for both distributors and resellers. We have white glove treatment of our distributors until they are 100% comfortable, and they can really take the bull by the horns, if you will, and just kind of manage the day-to-day efforts of enabling their channel. We feel it's critical considering what the product really does, and you have to get this right. There's no room for failure. That's why we call us Neverfail, right?
Right.
But if you look at the broader thing, right, this is a business continuity technology. So the value of our technology is there when they need it, right? Not ahead of time, right? So yeah, we have to implement the technology, get it rolled out. But the real value is when the time comes and some type of incident happens, we're there. Round Robin has been exceptional with this and continues to expand their channel, and we continue to assist them in doing so and enabling their channel.
That's true. So even we believe that the kind of expertise Round Robin bringing for your solution will definitely help many more customers to join this solution and save there from any kind of disaster. So Michael, I cannot let you go before share something special for the market. Even you are working very hard to push these solutions to save organizations on a larger scale. So do you have any target in your mind in terms of revenue, in terms of growth percentage you're looking for the market?
So we're really concentrating on growth right now. So, we are relatively new to the Indian market. However, that said, we have been selling Continuity Engine through our OEM channel in India for many years. VMware, Mitel, Progress Software, many of these companies have been doing this for years. However, our distribution is relatively new. So our goal is to address this incredibly large market with growth rates, right? So, we're starting up distribution. So we're looking for year-over-year growth, specifically 100% year-over-year for at least the next couple of years. And then we will start looking at, like revenue later on. But, we have a huge opportunity here in this type of, with this type of protection for mission critical applications. And we're now getting on the other side of COVID-19, right? So there was, we were selling this technology despite COVID-19 in India and around the world. People, we still had needs for this, even though they were working from home. So now that we are on the other side of COVID-19, we see that there's an easy formula for this. Enable the resellers, ensure that they can sell on value, and give them the incentives they need to bring us into deals and close them, right? And finally, there are 3 different approaches to selling Continuity Engine through our channel. Of course, we can sell into our SME market, and we do that quite well, right? That's really our sweet spot. We also are working with Round Robin and other resellers so that they can sell into the MSP market. The OpEx, or we call here in the United States the MMR licensing model, which is monthly recurring revenue, and other ISVs in India that have some type of niche product, but are mission critical applications to their end users, right? And they need Continuity Engine, and we're willing to, and they're willing to bundle this technology with ours. So we're looking to expand our OEM channel, and we're looking to our distributors and other resellers to help bring those OEM partners to us. And we're compensating them for that.
Yes, rightly said, because you have all the plans on on paper, and you're executing one by one. I'm sure that very soon you'll have a good numbers and good sort of popularity in Indian market also, not because of the name which it has, but because of the work and which kind of solutions you can provide to the customers in India. Wishing you good luck,
Absolutely.
Michael.
All right, thank you so much.
It was nice interacting you, digitally. I'm sure that you'll be visiting very soon India, and we'll be meeting one day with you.
Yes, we look forward to that. We have partners all over India, and it's continuing to grow every single day. We have also partners in Southeast Asia, in the Middle East, in Africa. So I'm looking forward to a big road trip at some point, now post-COVID, to get out to meet all of our partners.
Great. Thanks, Michael. Thanks again for talking to Digital Terminal, and hopefully that will pass the message what you want to share with our audiences and viewers. And definitely, if there is some queries are there, definitely we'll be here to address, and we'll be passing it to you. If we are getting any comments on any sort of information, our audiences want to know, that I'll approach to you again, and we'll seek your answer on that.
All right. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you. Have a good day.